Dear student, previous class we discussed about the proteins, classification of proteins, biological role of proteins, uses of proteins. Now I will discuss about the vitamin. Vitamin is an organic compound which is not a carbohydrate, protein, fats. It is a special type of compound which is not formed in the body. It is always supplied to the body through diet. So we can write vitamins. Vitamins are the organic compound. Other than carbohydrate, proteins, fats, which is not produced in the body, but always supplied to the body through diet to prevent certain diseases and maintain normal healthy growth and nutrition. The deficiency or absence of vitamin causes specific diseases called deficiency diseases. Next I will discuss about the classification of vitamin. Vitamin is classified into three types. Vitamin is classified into three types. One is your water soluble vitamin, second is your fat soluble vitamin, and third is your vitamin H. So we can write such as number one is your water soluble vitamin, number two is your fat soluble vitamin, number three is your vitamin H. The vitamins which are soluble in water are included in the water soluble vitamin. The vitamins which are soluble in fats are called fat soluble vitamin. And generally we think about vitamin H. The vitamin H neither soluble in water nor soluble in fat. At first I will discuss about the water soluble vitamin. These vitamins include vitamin B group, that is your B complex, and vitamin C. These vitamins are generally found in less amount in the cell. These vitamins generally found in less amount in cell. Since these vitamins are soluble in water, so these vitamins are easily excreted by the body. As a result, it is very important to supply the vitamin always. So we can write these vitamins should regularly supplied to the body through diet as is they are rapidly excreted and not stored in the body. Next I will discuss about the fat soluble vitamin. These vitamins are oily like substance, so they do not soluble in the water. So you can write these vitamins are oily substance. So these vitamins is not soluble in water. Generally, we included the vitamin like A, D, E, and K. So you can write they include vitamin A. Next is your D, E, and K. At last, I will discuss about the vitamin H. Vitamin H neither soluble in water nor soluble in fats. So you can write it is not soluble in water nor soluble in fats. Generally, the vitamins are found in many sources and they are always supplied to the body through our diet. If the body do not contain the sufficient amount of vitamin, then the body is affected by disease. Now I will discuss about some important vitamins and its sources and diseases. First is your vitamin chemical name. Next is your sources. Next is your diseases. Remember an important point, always a 1 mark question asked in the exam, what is the chemical name of vitamin A, or what is the chemical name of vitamin D, what is the chemical name of vitamin B12, like that. Look at that, this is your vitamin A. The chemical name of vitamin A is your emitter. These are the source of vitamin A. If the body having deficiency in vitamin A, then such type of disease causes. This is the vitamin B1. The chemical name of vitamin B1 is your thiamine. These are the source of vitamin B1, and these are the diseases which causes due to the deficiency of vitamin B1. This is your vitamin B2. The chemical name is your riboflavin, and these are the source of vitamin B2, and these are the diseases causes if there is a deficiency in vitamin B2. And the vitamin B6 have chemical name is your pyridoxine, and these are the source of vitamin B6, and these are the diseases causes due to the deficiency of vitamin B6. The vitamin B12 having chemical name is your cyanocobalamin, and the source are meat, egg, liver, fish, and this is the diseases which causes due to the deficiency of vitamin B12. The vitamin C having the chemical name is your ascorbic acid, and these are the source for vitamin C, and these are the disease which causes due to the deficiency of vitamin C. The vitamin D having chemical name is your ircocalciferol. These are the source for vitamin D, and this is the disease caused due to the deficiency of vitamin D. The vitamin E having chemical name is your tocopherol. These are the source of vitamin E, and this is the list of diseases which causes due to the deficiency of vitamin E. The vitamin H having chemical name is your biotin. These are the source, and these are diseases which causes due to the deficiency of vitamin H. Next I will discuss about the coenzyme Q10. The source of coenzyme Q10 are chloroplasts of green plant and mitochondria of animal. If there is a deficiency in coenzyme Q10, then there is a diseases causes in the body. That is your lower order of immunity system against many diseases. This is all about your vitamin. Now I will discuss about the enzyme. Enzyme are the complex nitrogenous compound which is produced by living plant and animal. So we can write enzyme is the complex nitrogenous compound which is obtained by living plant and animals. Enzyme is a biocatalyst. Specific enzymes are used for specific product and reaction. So you can write it is specific for a specific reaction and specific product. Generally, the name of enzyme is written by following the name of the product upon which the enzyme works. So you can write generally the name of enzyme is written by following the name of product upon which they work. Take an example. Suppose I will think about the maltose. The enzyme which work upon the maltose is said to be maltase. Sometimes the name of enzyme also written by following the name of the reaction. So you can write sometimes the name of enzyme is written by following the name of reaction in which the enzyme is involved. Now I will explain this point by taking an example. Suppose an enzyme catalyzes a reaction which belongs to both oxidation and reduction. Then in that case, the name of enzyme is your oxidoreductive enzyme. That means we can write the enzyme which catalyze the oxidation of a substrate and simultaneous reduction of another substrate is called oxidoreductive enzyme. The enzymes are globular protein. Like protein, the enzymes are also undergoes denaturation. division. So we can write like protein, the enzymes also undergoes denaturation. Enzymes are amphoteric in nature like protein. That means we can write the enzymes are amphoteric in nature like protein. When an enzyme is injected to a body, then a large number of specific antibiotics are produced. So we can write when a purified enzyme is injected to a body, then large number of specific antibiotics are formed. Enzymes are more effective at body temperature, but when the temperature increases, then the effect of enzyme goes on decreases. So we can write enzymes are more effective at body temperature. Generally, all the reactions are direct proportional to the temperature, but remember the reaction which is catalyzed by the enzymes are first increases according to the increase of the temperature, then it reaches up to a maximum point, then decreases. So we can write generally all the reaction proceed faster with the increase of temperature, but the rate of enzyme catalyzed reaction increases fast with the increase of temperature and become maximum at 35 degrees centigrade and then decreases. The rate of enzyme catalyzed reaction is maximum at a particular pH. That pH is called optimum pH. So we can write the rate of enzyme catalyzed reaction is a maximum at a particular pH, that is called your optimum pH, and the pH is your 5 to 7. The enzyme activity is generally increased by certain organic compounds which are called coenzymes, and these coenzymes are produced from the vitamin like your thiamine and riboflavin. So we can write the activity of enzyme can be increased by the presence of certain small amount of organic compound called coenzyme which is produced from vitamin like thiamine and riboflavin. The activity of enzyme also decreases by certain substance, that is called enzyme inhibitor. So we can write the activity of enzyme can be decreased by a certain compound is called enzyme inhibitor. This is all about your enzyme. Now I will discuss about the nucleic acid. Nucleic acid are the biopolymer which are generally present in three state or combined with the protein, that is your nucleoprotein. So we can write nucleic acid are the long chain of biopolymer present in most living cell, either in the free state or combined with a protein. That is we can think about the nucleoprotein. Nucleotide is the monomer of nucleic acid, so we can write nucleotide are the monomer unit of nucleic acid. The nucleotide also made by two components. One is your nucleoside, another is your phosphoric acid. So we can write the nucleotide is mainly made by two components such as number one is your nucleoside, number two is your phosphoric acid. Again the nucleoside made by two components. One is your pentose sugar, another is your nitrogen containing heterocyclic base. So we can write the nucleoside is made by two components such as number one is your pentose sugar and number two is your nitrogen containing heterocyclic bases. Nucleic acid two types, so we can write it is two types such as number one is your DNA, number two is your RNA. Number one is your DNA, that is said to be deoxyribonucleic acid, and the second is your RNA, that is said to be ribonucleic acid. At first I will discuss about the DNA. DNA is a double strand of polypeptides. So we can write DNA is composed of two strands of polynucleotide coiled around each other. They are coiled around each other in the form of a helix, which is resembled with a twisted ladder. So we can write resembling with a gently twisted ladder. DNA have four bases. So we can write DNA have four bases such as number one is your adenosine, number two is your cytosine, and number 4 is your thiamine. Remember an important point: the base on one strand of DNA must be paired with the other base on other strand of DNA. Here the adenosine base must be paired with the guanine and cytosine base must be paired with the thiamine. So we can write the base on one strand of DNA must be paired with the other base on second strand of DNA with the help of hydrogen bond, which is highly specific. Adenosine is symbolically represented as A, paired with the guanine, that is your G. Similarly, cytosine, that is your C, paired with the thiamine, that is your said to be T. Next I will discuss about the DNA fingerprint. It is very important in exam. The sequence of bases on DNA for a particular person is unique. That is called DNA fingerprint. So you can write the sequence of bases on DNA is unique for person's information regarding this is called DNA fingerprint. The DNA fingerprint for each cell is same. It cannot be altered by any treatment. So you can write the DNA fingerprint for each cell is same and cannot be altered by any treatment. There are many uses of DNA fingerprint nowadays. So you can write DNA fingerprint is used. Number 1 is to identify parentage of an individual. Number 2 is to identify criminal by forensic laboratory test. Next is to identify dead body by comparing DNA fingerprint of parents or child. It is also used to identify the racial group to rewrite the biological evolution. These are the uses of DNA fingerprint. Next I will discuss about the RNA. RNA is used to decode the message and it converted it into the axon. So we can write the process of translating the coded message into axon requires RNA. The chemical composition of RNA is similar with the chemical composition of DNA. There is a slight change in RNA. In RNA, the sugar is your ribose and there is a use of another base, that is your uracil instead of thiamine. So we can write the chemical composition of RNA is similar almost to that of DNA, except that sugar in RNA is ribose and the base is uracil in place of thiamine as in DNA. The structure of RNA is single strand in most organisms. So we can write the structure of RNA is single strand in most organisms but appears helix. There are three types of RNA. One is your mRNA, second is your pRNA, third is your rRNA. At first I will discuss about the mRNA. mRNA carry the genetic information from the template of the DNA. So you can write it carries the genetic information from the template of DNA. Next is your tRNA. It is the simplest RNA and single strand and occur in cytoplasm of cell. One for each amino acid found in the proteins. Next is your rRNA. It is found in ribosome and constitute 80% of the RNA. rRNA helps in the synthesis of protein, so we can write it helps in the synthesis of protein. Next I will discuss about the biological role of nucleic acid. First point is your DNA is the chemical basis of the heredity. So you can write DNA is the chemical basis of heredity. DNA molecule having capable of self duplication during cell This is all about your nucleic acid. Now I will discuss about the hormones. Hormones are the chemical substance released by one or more cell and affect the cell in other part of the organism. So we can write the chemicals released by one or more cells that affect the cells in other parts of the organism are called hormones. Only small amount of hormone is required to alter the metabolism. So we can write a small amount of hormones can alter the metabolism. All multicellular organisms produce hormone. Next point is your all multicellular organisms produce hormones. In case of plant, the hormones are called phytohormones. So you can write plant hormones are called phytohormones. Remember an important point: endocrine hormones are secreted by ductless gland directly into the blood streams. On the other hand, exocrine hormones are secreted to a duct directly and then transfer from duct to blood streams. Next I will discuss about the chemical classes of hormones. Motivated hormones are classified into three types. So you can write the motivated hormones are classified into three types, such as number one is your amine derived hormone, number two is your peptide hormones, and number three is your lipid and phospholipid derived hormones. At first I will discuss about the amine derived hormones. What is amine derived hormones? This type of hormones are generally derived from the aromatic amines like phenyl, amine, trypsin, tryptophan. So we can write these are derived from aromatic amines like phenyl, amine, trypsin and tryptophan by the action of aromatic amino acid and decarboxylase enzymes. Examples are catechol, amines, thiomoxin, These are the examples of amine derivative hormones. Next is your peptide hormones. These are the protein hormones and also include the insulin and the growth hormones. So we can write they are protein hormones and also includes insulin and growth hormones. Example is your TRH, vasopressin. These are the example of peptide hormones. They are glycoprotein hormones, so we can write they are glycoprotein hormones and these includes thyroid stimulating hormones, folic stimulating hormones, etc. Next hormone is your lipid and phospholipid derived hormones. These type of hormones are derived from generally lipids, so we can write they are obtained from lipid such as linoleic acid, arachidonic acid and phospholipid. The main classes are the steroid hormones that derived from cholesterol and cortisol. This is all about the classification of hormones. Next I will discuss about the effect of hormones. First effect is your stimulation or inhibition of growth. Next is your mode of swing. Next is your suppression of programmed cell death. Next is your activation or inhibition of the immunity system. Next is your sexual arousal. Next effect is your control of reproductive cycle. Next is your preparation of body for mating, fighting sex and other activities. Next is your preparation of body for new phase of life. These are the effect of hormones. Finally, this is all about your biomolecule chapter.